Both mouse and keyboard and controller players have their strengths and each excels in different genres. When it comes to games like Call of Duty, it's a real challenge to refine your skills with a mouse and keyboard, especially when facing experienced controller players. Speaking as someone who started out as a veteran controller player and switched to mouse and keyboard for the extra challenge, this is just my personal perspective. Let's keep the discussion respectful, guys. Everyone's playstyle and preference is valid here on this channel. Roll the video.
Call of Duty, the game where your reflexes are tested and your position matters and your rage levels might just hit an all-time high. Now, if you're a mouse and keyboard player, you're in for a bit of a challenge, but let's be real, that's exactly why we love it, right? Today I'm going to be breaking down why playing Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard takes some serious skill and commitment. So if you're ready to rise to the challenge, buckle up, it's about to get intense. Okay, first off, precision and speed. Call of Duty doesn't just ask you to aim, it asks you to practically perform hand surgery on moving targets. With a mouse, you're in control of every pixel, but it's not as easy as it sounds. Imagine trying to pick up a grain of rice with chopsticks, but every time you get close, the rice dodges to the left. And for some games, that's cool, but for Call of Duty where split-second decisions means life or death, that can lead to a lot of, deaths. So lesson number one here is, take the time to find your mouse sensitivity. It'll take some trial and error, and yeah, maybe a few games where you die 20 times, but once you find your sweet spot, you'll thank yourself. And remember kids, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a sniper. Or something like that. Now, controllers can make you feel like you got the world in the palm of your hand. On a keyboard though, it's a different story. You've got keys on top of keys, and pretty soon you're sitting here like, wait, was Q for grenades or was it E? And don't even get me started on the time I tried to reload, ended up meleeing a wall. Let's just say the wall didn't survive, but I didn't either. So here's a pro tip. Customize your keybinds. Seriously, don't just go for the default. Spend some time setting up keys that make sense for you. Put melee on something you can actually reach. And for the love of all things tactical, don't put grenade throw next to sprint. Because nothing says I'm a pro like grenading yourself in a panic. Now let's talk about movement. With a controller, it's like you're a graceful gazelle gliding left and right. On a keyboard, more like a clunky robot that sometimes doesn't even know how to walk straight. It's almost like the character's drunk.
Unbelievable. Who the fuck was that? What the fuck is this guy?
And don't get me started on recoil. On a controller, you got aim assist, and it's like having a little angel guide your shot. On a mouse though, you're on your own, man. So here's your lesson for this one. Practice your WASD movement. Maybe even adjust your key settings for smoother strafing and for recoil. My best advice is just pull down on the mouse and pray for the best. If you mess up, trust me.
Blame the guns, for a gun cannot murder if it does not exist.
Speaking of aim assist, let's just take a moment of silence for all the mouse players out there who have to do everything on their own. With a controller, aim assist is your best friend, but with mouse, it's just you and your aim and no one got your back. And then you wonder why you're dying so fast. Turns out that target was just a tiny bit faster than you. So here's the lesson, accept it and adapt. When you're playing on mouse, you don't have aim assist. So practice those flick shots. Maybe even run some aim trainer. You'll get there. I believe in you. One day your aim will be true, or you'll switch to controller. Either way, it's a win. Last but not least, let's talk about the strain on your poor hands. After an hour of sprinting, aiming, crouching on a keyboard, you might start feeling like you need a full physical therapy session. This is the dark side of keyboard gaming that nobody talks about. Finger strain is real, my friend. So here's what you can do. Take breaks, stretch those hands, maybe go touch a little bit of grass. Maybe consider a wrist rest.
What did he say?
And don't be afraid to adjust your settings if you find certain key presses uncomfortable. Remember folks, the only thing that should be sore is your opponents, not your fingers. So there you have it folks. Playing Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard can be challenging. But with a little bit of practice and maybe a lot of hand stretches, you'll be top of the leaderboard in no time. Or at least not last. So, if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, hit subscribe for more tips, and let me know in the comments section. Are you team controller or a die-hard mouse and keyboard player? Let's settle this debate once and for all. Thank you guys, and Mr. 7 will see you in the next one.